Hello friends and welcome back. It's Sl1pg8r here, and we are back on the Sl1pg8r Patreon fan server after a while of not being over here because I've been playing other games and doing life things and whatnot, but now we are back to do things. I haven't really been over here a lot, like I said, so I haven't really accomplished much of things, so I didn't really have anything to show you. But since I'm bringing you this video, that does mean, in fact, I have done a few things, but not really at the house, as you can see. I did do a living room, though. We'll probably change up some of the block types in the future when I get more block types, specifically for the couch and the coffee table, but the shape will remain the same. So you have an idea of what we're going for here, what I'm going for even. You know, couch, coffee table, big old TV on the wall, and we'll probably do some stuff over here, maybe some bookshelves and like a mini bar sort of thing. I don't really have much experience with that sort of building, but I'll try my hand at it laters on. And I can't remember if I showed you guys last time or not, if I had finished it, but I swapped out all of the leaves for the jungle with vines, and I think that looks quite nice. But anywho's, I don't have anything to show you at the house, so we are moving on to the thing I do have to show you. So going up top. For quite some time, I haven't really known what direction to go with the interior of the house, and I'm still kind of stumped with that. So what I usually do when I'm stuck on a project is go work on something else for a bit. Oh, also, look at this thing. I built a little thing over my hole, and as you can tell, I can still see out it just fine. Looks alright. But it blocks the rain, so I don't have any rain falling down in my hole, so that's kind of nice. It helps out with things and stuff and things. So yeah, that's that. Any woozles. Like I said, I decided to start working on another project, and then laters on, perhaps I'll get re-interested in coming back over and finishing the house with some fresh ideas and whatnot. So it'll give my brain a little bit of time to rest from that and do other things. And what I have started working on is a new main base. Oh, I failed on camera. A new main base type area. And while we're heading over there, I am going to tell you folks a little bit of a story about sad times. A week or two ago, I'm not sure when even, I was playing on the server here, and I didn't really have any plans for the day. I was kind of stumped on the house as usual, so I was just kind of doing a bit of exploring in the nether. Mind you, I had my entire enchanted diamond set on, as well as diamond tools and all of that sort of thing. Anywho's, I think I was also uploading a video at the same time, so it was pretty laggy. Oh, also check out my hole here. A little scary. Anywho's, this is where I live. I was exploring around the nether, doing stuff and things, being laggy and whatnot, and there was potentially an incident when I might have aggroed some zombie pigmen. And I thought I was all clear of them in the area. I was just kind of making my way back, and I saw a little baby one just kind of chilling, and because I was laggy, I didn't see him coming straight at me immediately, so it just kind of paused for a minute, and he was just kind of staring at me. And then next thing I know, I've been hit by the guy, and I'm flying backwards. And there was not a wall behind me, no! He knocked me off a ledge. Oh, hello, creeper. Bow? No, I don't even have a bow. He knocked me off a ledge. Okay, fine. Be that way, you jerk. And I fell pretty much in the center of a lava lake. It was completely hopeless. There was nothing I could do. I tried to swim for it. didn't happen, didn't have any fire resist or anything. Ended up dying, losing a full set of enchanted diamond armor, had a depth strider and feather falling and fortune and silk touch and all kinds of crazy nonsense. And it's all gone forever, and I am sad panda, and that was probably one of my most traumatic experiences in Minecraft. So anywho, I used up the diamonds I had left to make another full set, along with all the tools. Haven't done the enchanting on that yet, and I do believe I only have one diamond left, so sad times. So this is my new area though. I think we got some pretty cool formations going on over here. And there's another one of these things, maybe 150 blocks or so beyond that guy, as well as a village over there. So there's stuff and things. I keep saying that a lot. Yeah, it is the Patreon server though, so you know. But yeah, it's a large area with lots of cool things to do, and I am excited about that. And the way I found the place, actually, I was just kind of messing around in the nether yet again, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to search for a place. I'm just going to place down a portal, and wherever I end up, that's where I'm going to build. And I'm pretty impressed with the outcome of it, because there's some land formations that I really like, and it's just a neat area that I can have a lot of fun with. So I'm just going to kind of walk you through a little bit of a tour. There's not really anything to tour yet, but just kind of my thought process in coming to the area. So when I first came through the portal, obviously we're in the birch forest, got the birch trees all over the place, and I was like, you know, let's start off by just making a path. You jerk! You jerk! I'm trying to talk to the people. So I did explore a little bit beyond and was like, yes, okay, I am gonna make a base here. This is a cool area. So I started just chopping down trees to make a bit of a path, and it is very temporary. It was just kind of a rough idea of what I want to do, and then as I started building more, I was like, okay, you know, maybe it should curve around this way and whatnot. So there's still changes that are going to be made to this, so that will be done at a later date, and I'll bring you back when that happens. But from that point, I came up to the top here, just brought the path up, and coming up the hill, my thought was, you know, I want to keep the majority of the area behind this little hill right here obscured until we get to the top of the path. So that's why I came back and grew in all the trees that I cut out. So as you're coming down this path, you can't really see anything, and then you get up to the top of the hill and there's stuff going on. So from that point, I just started, I felt like doing some crazy landscape patterning type things. I've seen some of it done in other places with like 1 or 2 colors, leaving a lot of grass visible. But I just felt like kind of like really doing it, maybe to the point of overdoing it. But I like what I came up with there, and it was a fairly meticulous process. It was the kind of thing where I didn't have to be like that focused on it. I was actually watching videos on my other monitor while I was doing it, but at the same time I had to be like pretty careful about block placements. So the first thing I did was dig out all of the holes for the diagonals for the diorite, and then I came back in, you know, 1 block type at a time. Alternatively, if I was paying more attention to it, I probably could have like done a section at a time, but I was like, no, I'm just gonna do the regular diorite first, and then I came back and did just the polished diorite, and then just worked my way step by step from there. And working in that sort of fashion did cut down in a lot of potential frustrations. Not saying there would be any, but there's always the chance of that when doing something that has to be kind of exact like that. So anywho, got that done, and then I just kind of took a day off or so, and then came back and just kind of looked at it, and from there I thought about the sort of look I wanted to have. And there's several different ideas that I'm kind of playing around with using, and I'll probably bring in bits and pieces of all of them. But I'm thinking I want to do like some Renaissance style architecture, as well as having some huge like surrealist sort of land masses. So like animals and things made entirely out of like smooth stone and dirt, so it looks like something that could be naturally occurring, but like totally isn't. And then I also want to do like futuristic airships like in the sky and stuff, so it's going to be a very surrealist, like Alice in Wonderland sort of base, and it's going to be very spread out and whatnot. So from that point, I kind of had the idea that this area down here isn't going to be anything that would be accessible. It's just going to be something to view while you're walking by to the base, and it's going to add to that sort of surrealist feel. So the next step was to be a path going around, and from the point of creating the path, I knew I wanted to build a dam into it as well, so we'll have a look at that in just a minute. But as far as creating the path, that was kind of an interesting process. This was not like planned out at all. It was a very organic process. So what I did was, you can see the cobblestone struts down below, and what I would do is just kind of walk along and use the cobblestone as markers, just kind of wherever I thought the path would go to give it sort of a natural curve. So nothing on this was really counted off at all. It was just like completely eyeballed. So I would work my way around down to this end, and then I would step back and look at it, and then starting from this end, work my way all the way around back to the other end, and just start building on it more and more from there. And I quite like the curve I got, the way it turned out, and it was a pretty interesting process. I will probably apply more of that in the future. I always like finding a new sort of building style and building process, and I feel like a lot of that is going to happen with this particular base, with all the different ideas that I have and want to kind of mesh together. These monsters. I guess I could just sleep in my bed that's right up at the top of the hill, but oh well, I'm already into it now. Alright, for the dam here, I didn't really have much of a plan for it. I knew I wanted it to be just kind of plain stone color, and not really all that detailed. And my approach for... oh my goodness, I cannot handle the creepers today. I can usually take those guys out pretty quick. Of course I do have an unenchanted sword. Excuse me. Alright, so the level of detail for the base is another thing I'm going to be taking kind of an interesting approach to. And I want to do sort of a forced perspective sort of thing with that. So areas of the base that like will be walked on regularly, and areas that are meant to be accessed by the player, by the players, anywho's. It is a server, there's other people. Those areas I'm going to put more effort into making very, very detailed, while the other things that aren't necessarily meant to be accessed, that are just kind of off in the distance, like the dam for instance, I would like to go for more of a medium to low detail level, just to kind of emphasize that that's like the background, and it'll like force your eye to pay more attention to the detailed things in front of you. I'm not sure how well I'm getting that point across, or if it even makes that much sense in Minecraft, but I really want to try it out and see how it works out. So back to the topic of the path. As I said, that was just sort of a temporary thing when I first got here before I started building, and now that I have started building. I've put more thought into how I want it to go. So from the portal over that direction, I'll have it kind of curve around here, and then coming from this way, go over a little bridge sort of thing, maybe at about this distance, and I'll clear out some more trees. So this will continue down into a river off, maybe down into there. That'll work. And we'll have a little bridge going across here. It'll be more detailed than the dam for a little like viewing platform of the dam, and then the path will kind of curve around this way and up the hill. So it'll still keep to that theme or idea or whatever of keeping the base area hidden until we're right up on it, which I really quite like, because I want it to be the sort of thing that like surprises people when they come visit it for the first time. So in both the keeping it obscured as well as the commingling of very different build styles. So I think it's gonna turn out very interesting. Like I said, I've got a lot of plans and it's gonna be quite a long process. So now I want to just pearl up here. Oh, is there another creeper? There is another creeper. Just to give you a view of the area that I have to work with. Creeper, you're not gonna kill me, right? Of course you wouldn't kill me anyway because I'm full diamond. But anyways, alright, so up over here, alright, you can see off over there we've got the village, which I haven't even gone to check out yet. And then that guy right there is another one of these land formations that I really like. It's like a hill with a big old boulder on top of it. If any of you have seen the last Refugium series that had like 12 or 15 episodes or whatever, I played with the idea on building on one of these formations that was on that server and never got the chance to. So now I'm kind of excited to do that here, and I have two of them to mess with. And in the past, my bases have been kind of all squeezed into one area, like various farms and things stacked on top of each other. For this particular base, though, as I am trying new things, I really want to try something that's very large and spread out. So basically, all of the render distance that is visible from there 180 degrees over to there, so everything that's just in front of me here, I want to play with and have a whole lot of different builds. And I think that can be pretty cool because we've got a lot of different terrain here, and I'm going to incorporate a lot of different build styles. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't even know where to start because there's just so many things I want to do. But when the time comes that I am working on those things, I'll be sure to bring you guys back over here, because I really have not done a lot of videos on the server yet, and that is something that I want to do more of. But I think that's about it. That's all I really had planned to do today, just bring you guys over and show you the place. So I hope you liked it, and I hope you enjoyed the video as well. And if you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, etc. Check out my other videos and things. And we will see you here next time. Oh, nope, didn't want a screenshot. Wanted to do that. Alright, peace out, everybody. And over here, I got foods to spare. So you got all the things. Here, have the hot meat. Okay, bye.